The arena pulses with anticipation, a sea of faces illuminated by the harsh glow of overhead lights. The air hums with the low roar of the crowd, their chants rising and falling like waves crashing against a shore. Tonight, in this electric atmosphere, two warriors stand ready to collide. OLEKSANDR USYK from Ukraine, slick southpaw with a record unblemished at 14-0, 11 knockouts, and MURAT GASSIEV from Russia, powerhouse carrying a 26-0 ledger with 19 knockouts. This is no ordinary fight. It's a clash for cruiserweight supremacy. It's a battle of finesse against ferocity. It's captured in pristine HD at 60 frames per second for every heart-pounding moment to shine. The ring, a squared circle of canvas and rope, awaits the chaos about to unfold. The broadcast kicks off with a cinematic montage, a visual symphony of sweat and grit. Usyk moves through shadowboxing drills, his feet dancing across the gym floor, hands snapping out jabs with surgical precision. Across the screen, Gassiev pounds a heavy bag, each strike echoing like a thunderclap, his eyes locked forward with unyielding focus. Clips of their past victories flash by Usyk, outclassing opponents with dizzying footwork, Gassiev flattening foes with bone-rattling hooks. The music swells, a driving beat that mirrors the pulse of the crowd. A narrator's voice cuts through, deep and commanding. Tonight, Ukraine's undefeated maestro faces Russia's iron-fisted destroyer. Speed versus power, skill versus will. Welcome to the fight of the year. Camera pans to the fighters. Entrances, splitting the screen to capture their march to destiny. Usyk strides through the tunnel, his face calm but intense, a predator cloaked in serenity. His team trails behind, shouting encouragement in Ukrainian, their voices swallowed by the arena's roar. On the other side, Gassiev moves with purpose. His broad shoulders swaying, his gaze fixed like a man who knows only one path forward. Pop-up graphics display their tales of the tape. Usyk, 6'3" with a 78-inch reach, Gassiev slightly shorter but thicker, built like a fortress. The commentators perched ringside set the stage. Usyk's a technician, a master of angles, one says, his voice brimming with excitement. He moves like a ghost, but can he slip Gassiev's power? The other chimes in, Gassiev's a wrecking ball. One clean shot, and this fight could end in a heartbeat. The bell rings for round one, and the crowd erupts. Usyk circles to his left, his southpaw stance a puzzle Gassiev must solve. His jab flicks out, quick and sharp, peppering Gassiev's guard. The Russian stalks forward, his feet heavy but deliberate, cutting off the ring. A right hand from Gassiev whistles through the air, missing Usyk's chin by inches as the Ukrainian slips away. "Look at that footwork," a commentator shouts. Usyk's dancing, keeping Gassiev at range. Isn't deterred. He lands a glancing body shot, a thud that draws a gasp from the crowd. Usyk counters with a crisp left, snapping Gassiev's head back. The round ends with both men testing, probing, each tasting the other's resolve. Usyk's speed is giving him the edge, one commentator notes, but Gassiev's pressure is relentless. As the fight progresses into round three, the chess match intensifies. Usyk's movement is a thing of beauty, his feet gliding across the canvas, pivoting to create angles. He lands a three-punch combination jab, cross, hook that pops against Gassiev's gloves. The Russian absorbs it, his face stoic, and answers with a looping left hook that grazes Usyk's temple. The 60 FPS footage captures every ripple of muscle, every beat of sweat, as the fighters exchange blows. Putting on a clinic, a commentator marvels, but Gassiev's not chasing shadows anymore. He's closing the gap. The crowd roars as Gassiev traps Usyk against the ropes, unloading a heavy right to the body. Usyk slips free, spinning out with a counter left that stings. The bell sounds, and the arena vibrates with energy. By round 5, the fight's rhythm is clear. Usyk's artistry versus Gassiev's raw power. Ukrainian's jab is a metronome, keeping Gassiev at bay, but the Russian's body shots are starting to tell. A brutal hook to Usyk's ribs lands with a sickening thud, and for a moment, Usyk's guard dips. Gassiev's breaking him down, a commentator yells. But Usyk is no ordinary fighter. responds with a dazzling flurry, a four-punch combination that catches Gassiev off guard. The slow-motion replay shows Gassiev's eyes widen as Gassiev's left hand connects, a clean shot that rocks him back. The crowd is on its feet, sensing the tide could turn at any moment. Round 7 brings a shift. Gassiev, now fully warmed, presses forward with renewed aggression. His punches carry menace, each one thrown with knockout intent. Usyk, still nimble, weaves and bobs, but the ring feels smaller now. Yes. Evie lands a thudding uppercut, snapping Usyk's head back in a moment that freezes the arena. What a shot, the commentator screams. Gassiev's got him hurt, but Usyk's heart is iron. He shakes it off, circling away, and lands a pinpoint counter that splits Gassiev's guard. The exchange is breathtaking, a blur of fists. Captured in crystal clear detail, Usyk's resilience is unreal, the second commentator says. He's taking bombs and firing back. As the fight enters the championship rounds, fatigue creeps in. Round 10 sees both men digging deep. Usyk's legs, though heavy, still carry him around the ring, his jab less frequent, but still sharp. Gassiev, blood trickling from a cut above his eye, presses forward like a man possessed. Right hand from Gassiev crashes against Usyk's shoulder. But the Ukrainian answers with a combination that staggers the Russian, a jab followed by a vicious left cross.